Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and today I am joined by the man who had the sick weekend, Will, aka Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you today?
Doing better.
Yeah?
I'm good.
You had a pretty fun weekend, though.
Yeah, you know, a little bachelor party went a little too hard and turned into an iffy Sunday.
No such thing as going too hard.
No.
I mean, like, you went pretty fucking hard, though.
I think too hard. I think I did go too hard on Saturday.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I'm recovered. I am here.
Exactly.
We are ready to do a podcast.
You look great today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. You look good as well.
Thanks. I got my Westworld shirt on.
You know, I've never seen an episode.
It's really good. You should give it a shot.
Are they individual episodes or is it a linear story?
Oh, it's definitely a linear story.
Okay.
But it's also, like, there are very small things that tie into every single episode as well. It's something you have to watch from the beginning to the end. You can't just, like, watch season 2 and be like, caught up, you know?
Got it.
So, but there's only 2 seasons right now. Okay. And you watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So you have an HBO subscription.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. It's really good.
Will do.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 28 of HCS Pro Talk. What's the date today?
Josh doesn't know the date.
I completely forgot. Is it the 9th?
This is episode 28.
For the week of July 10th?
Yep.
2018? Hell yeah, I'm great. I'm super smart, guys. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So here's the thing. Usually I have my computer in front of me and I just look at the bottom right corner and it tells me what the date is and then everything's fine. That's not the case today, but that's besides the point. Will.
Yeah.
What do we start the show off with?
As always, it's Rostermania.
It is indeed.
We have some changes to speak about. So here we go.
Will's got some names to potentially screw up. Let's find out.
Out of LATAM region, we have Spectral Gaming, which consists of Diego, Joker, Aldo, and She Don't Give.
There's something else after that, but it's like I just kept it to She Don't Give. I don't know.
Next we have Dale Fran XX is now Glassy Sky XX.
Apparently.
This consists of Angsuka, Lil San, 36 Duck, and Lofty. Coming out of the Australia, New Zealand region, we have Oth Given.
Sure. You did a better job than I would have on that one, to be honest with you.
Piprins, Madsy, Colt San, and Berserk. We also have Dr. Pepper, now wants to be called No One Wants Oddball.
Calling it as they season.
This team consists of Hoax, Young Wilcox, Sinistra, and Alex. Coming out of the EU region, we have Fable Esports, which is Riots, Shady, Shabby Dagger, and Solar. The team royalty is now called What the Heck?
Yep, this is your favorite one right here. As soon as I saw this team name in the 2K, I'm like, Will's gonna have a heyday with this one.
Oh, I say what the heck all the time to Josh. I'm pretty sure he's annoyed with it by now, but
it's okay.
I keep doing it.
I haven't heard it in a while, so this is your excuse to say it.
Perfect.
There you go. Enjoy it.
All right. This team consists of Cristola, Riots, Lunny. Jimbo is out and Quad is in.
Correct.
All right. Also out of EU, He Misses the Back Smack is now called Lucid Gaming. Sounds like they may have actually been picked up by an esports organization then.
So, I don't know if it's Lucid Gaming. On the 2K bracket, it just said Lucid.
Okay.
But it makes me believe that it might be.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This team consists of Tufaxe, SLG, Kimbo, and Respectful. We then have Chalk's 2K team is now called We Lost the Shabby, which is Tizak, Tick, Snipe Drone, Mose. And again, we said Jimbo is in or out of the other team. He's in on this team and Quad is out. So they basically just traded Quad for Jim.
Pretty much, yep.
All right. Pirates is now called 92izer. This is Shadyzer, Shabby Dagger, Sicklepote, and Zoomis is in, Solar is out.
So what's funny to me I must have screwed something up here, or because they announced Fable's roster.
Yeah.
Shabby Dagger
Is on both.
Right. So I don't know if this was maybe just a 2K tournament thing that happened over the week, but that Fable roster is locked in if I'm not mistaken.
Sure. Maybe a couple of the members of Fable weren't able to play in the 2K for some reason, and Shabby Dagger wanted his pro points.
Could be, because I think Shady was on there too, but whatever. That's besides the point. You never know with these 2Ks. So many things could change.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's really just for points, like you said, so it really doesn't matter.
So continuing in the EU region, we have
Yes.
French Kids, which is Darkchild, Kronos, Coco, and Mada. We then had 13 Esports, which is Shiesty, Slight Vortex, Alien, and Snipes. Then coming out of the North America region, we have Legion Gaming, which is Claim, Munoz, Septify, and King Nick. We also have Oceanic Squad, which is Burton, Kilton, Lifestyle, and Sicker Than Yo Average. And then we have Verticon, which is Bohm, Impulsion, Silence, and Rhino.
Good job.
And that's no major mess ups for me today.
Yeah, good job.
Because I previewed them before we went on the show.
Did you?
I did.
Nice job. Oh my God.
Yay, points for Will.
Yes, points for Will indeed. Not pro points though, unfortunately.
damn it.
But you get brownie points. You can take the brownie points. That's for you.
And then this next segment is where I lose the said brownie points.
It's okay, but this is the best segment of the entire show. It's Will's adventures within the Haloverse as he drinks some Powerade Zero. No, we're not sponsored.
Oh my God, you had to put that in there.
I did. You just took a drink of it. Of course I had to put it in there.
Well, I did not play any Halo because of my my busy weekend.
Yes, it's
you
okay.
could say.
Did you play any or do any placement matches or anything in 5?
No.
No, just no Halo whatsoever.
I may have played some placement matches after the last show,
Sure.
but I don't remember.
I did too.
I don't recall exactly.
No, I haven't placed yet. But
Okay.
yeah, hopefully, because they said they did some matchmaking improvements, like some rank. Okay, some matchmaking ranking improvements, right? So if the population is there, then you should be matched up against people that, like, the system should notice your skill level a lot sooner than it used to.
Yeah.
Because I think that's when they introduced these changes. So hopefully that's actually the case, and we'll find out.
I did play some free-for-all
Yeah.
placement matches, and matchmaking was a little messed up. I got a couple matches with champs, and I got destroyed, needless to say. And then I believe that hurt my ranking in the long run because I placed a little bit lower than I did last season.
See, and it might just be because of the population. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot what playlist it was, but I played a game and we got just stomped. And yeah, there was 1 or 2 champs on the other team, and I'm like, game, I am not that good.
I've never played anywhere near champ level.
No, like
Why?
I respect it.
Yeah.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm good. I'll stick with my diamond brethren. Please and thank you.
Yeah.
But also, let me just say this real quick. Bad at Halo show, Tasman. Let me just put this out there real quick, all right? I see you tweeting at us. All right? I see you. If you want to go, just let me know. Let me know time and day, all right? Because I'm pretty sure you have yet to challenge me officially, yet you say I'm dodging you. Bring it on, bud. Let's go. There's a reason why your name is Bad at Halo show. Okay? I'm just going to throw that out there. If you listen to this episode, bring it on. You're going to be destroyed. This is going to be no question. No question.
Oh boy.
And Will, you said you wanted to commentate over this. Is that correct?
I would spectate, maybe commentate.
You're going to commentate.
All right. We're going
It's
to all
gonna
be
be
in a
great.
little party. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
why the
watch
hell
this.
not?
Okay.
Why the hell not? You can just watch me destroy him. It's going to be hilarious. Unless I don't, in which case I'm just going to be eating my words.
That'd be kind of funny for me to see.
It'd be hilarious for me to see. I'd be crying. Not literally, but it'd be funny. So yeah,
All right.
Tasman, get at me. That's what I'm going to say there. Will, anything else you want to talk about playing Halo-wise before we move on?
Now let's get into some news.
It's time for the news. First up, we have the Halo community update. This is posted by Grim Brother 1 over on HaloWaypoint.com, July 5th, 2018. The big thing that I want to talk about within this one, just briefly, is that we covered as best we could the finals for the Halo Wars Champions League, right? In which case, that season had finished, and we talked about Mike Beeston coming from that reverse sweep to win the whole thing, right? So, what we also talked about was that Mike got a balance change request in the actual game itself, Halo Wars 2. He got to request something that would change within the game. We now know what that change is. So I'll read it. One of the prizes for winning this tournament is something that will change the future of Halo Wars 2 in the form of a balance change. After talking with Mike about what he wants to make a change to, he wants to make a change to Decimus's hero unit, the Warlord. A while back, Siphon was removed from this melee unit because of some bugs. However, rebuilding the way Siphon works on individual units is something Renzi has fixed. So, in the upcoming balance update, Siphon will be re-added to the Warlord. So there you go. Mike Beeston getting what he wants. Good stuff. And then they also include a Q&A with the organizers, the three organizers of that event. And they also talk about the upcoming next season. So please go ahead and give it a read. We'll include links to that and everything as well within the show notes. Go check it out. When the next season starts, because we came into this one really late, when the next season starts, we'll fully cover it. Will just gave me like wide eyes, like, holy shit, we got a lot more to cover now. Yes, we do. And then if anybody from the three different organizers of the Halo Wars Champions League listens to this show, expect a reach out from us on Twitter, and we can see about getting brackets and all that stuff. So we actually have stuff to cover, along with maybe some game stats, because that'd be pretty cool if we actually got game stats this time around, because we didn't last time. So I think it'd be nice to see that. I think that's all I got there. Yeah, so it's a big update. Go ahead and read it if you'd like to. I'm gonna leave it at that. Next up, Halo 2 BR Slayer is back within Halo 5. So if you want to get your Halo 2 BR fix, it's in there. Give it a shot. Play it. Have fun. Next news story, Halo Collateral Damage issue number 2, which is a Master Chief storied comic series from Dark Horse Comics. Issue 2 is available out right now. Give it a download. Go buy it. Read it. Love it. Why not? Next up, we have the MCC Development Update number 5. Mambo number 5! So, now this is a very, very long article. I'm not going to get into the intricacies of it, but there is something that I want to talk about that is a big deal. It took the internet by storm. Some people are happy. Some people are not happy. I wanted to discuss it briefly. Okay? Again, you can read the whole article. We'll include the link, but there's one main point I wanted to focus on. For all intents and purposes, they've pretty much landed on the final list of matchmaking playlists that will be included in the MCC retail update. And ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Pay close attention to what may be excluded within this list. First, for core playlists, we have, and these are ranked, if I'm not mistaken, core playlists. Halo 1 Team Doubles, Halo 2 Classic Team Arena, Halo 2 Classic Team Hardcore, Halo 2 Anniversary Team Arena, Halo 3 Team Arena, Halo 3 Team Hardcore, and Halo 3 Team Doubles. Now for the social playlists. Quick Play Slayer, which is Slayer offerings across all 4 titles. Crossplay BTB, collection of big team battle offerings on Halo 1, Halo 2 Classic, Halo 2 Anniversary, and Halo 4. Halo 3 Big Team Battle. Halo 1 Team Arena. Action Sack Infection, and Free For All, which is Halo 3 to begin. So, if we loop all the way back, there's going to be a game that is not included anywhere within the ranked playlist. Will, what is that game?
Halo 4.
That is correct. People are not happy. Myself pretty much included. And I've been seeing tweets, I've been seeing Reddit posts that have been going around, right? And the main thing I see, like the people that are happy about this, I understand, I respect, whatever. The people that are upset about this are saying it's called the Master Chief Collection, and you're completely excluding a game from having its own playlist.
Yeah.
And not only that, but realistically, regardless of classic versus anniversary, you have 3 Halo 2 playlists and 3 Halo 3 playlists. 1 Halo 1 playlist and 0 Halo 4. All I really wanted, and this is coming from a guy who I still think 3's multiplayer is my favorite overall. I still wish I had a 4v4 Slayer for Halo 4 in a ranked playlist. I would play the shit out of it. Like, I would play that more than probably Halo 3. Granted, when I played the MCC test flight number 2, and they had a lot of Halo 3 in there, hit registration was on point. So if that transitions over to the final release, oh my god, it's going to be heaven. Absolute heaven. Will, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I wish there was a 4 playlist in range, just because, like you said, I'm on board with it's the Master Chief Collection. There's a reason it's supposed to include all 4 games.
Yes.
There should be something for all 4 games.
I agree.
At least one playlist.
Yeah, just one. Just one.
Yeah.
And now they opened up that survey, right? They opened it up to a much larger amount of people.
Yes.
Okay. After a lot of feedback, like, hey, why the hell is this only for insiders? You should include this for everybody because this affects the final release of the update. Mm-hmm. So they did. And that was still based off the feedback that they received within that survey, that they still didn't include a Halo 4 playlist. So maybe, I mean, we very well could be in the minority here.
Yes.
But it feels like they are excluding just one full fourth of the content. And I know that they're going to have it in BTB and blah, blah, blah. But it'd be nice to have all the people that did enjoy Halo 4's core multiplayer to have their own separate spot that they can go to if they want to. It's all about that, giving the player the option. And
yeah.
That's what they've been harking on for so long, is that they want to give people the option with like this the way you can download each individual either campaign or multiplayer experience, right? They want to give people the option. Well, give them an option to have one playlist to themselves too. I mean, come on. Anything else you want to add to that before we move on to the next news story, Will?
Nah.
All right. Well, actually, before we move on to the next news story, still playlist based, the rotational playlists that are going to come into play as well. They announced Team SWAT, Team Snipers, Team Doubles, Team Objective, MCC special event based playlists. Could be cool there. Community test playlists built entirely from community created content. That's pretty cool. And more based on community feedback. So hopefully when the update comes out, because I think they're dead set on these.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So hopefully when that update finally releases, a lot more people will chime in, a lot more people will play it, and they'll be like, hey, we would like a Halo 4 playlist. And maybe they'll include it. I can hold out hope. The next news story, if you were a part of the MCC Insider Flight number 3, and or you currently have the program downloaded on your Xbox One, you may have noticed a little bit of corruption issue in regards to the file itself. In which case, I'm just going to try to quickly read through this. This is posted by Sketch over on HaloWaypoint.com. Good afternoon, MCC Insiders. If you're currently participating in Flight 3 Early Access, please note that the team is aware of and investigating reports of issues involving corrupted installations using the new Intelligent Delivery feature. If you have not used Intelligent Delivery and you just have the full default installation of the MCC Insider build, you should be fine. In some cases, a chunk of content that's installed the Intelligent Delivery configuration ends up corrupted. If this happens, you'll be unable to join matchmaking or custom games. Same goes for if anyone else in the lobby has this issue, or launch the campaign, depending on how much chunk of the game is corrupted. Unfortunately, this issue doesn't present itself in a super obvious way, nor is it easy to tell if the problem is with your content or your friends in the party. Right now, this issue is preventing most players from successfully joining matchmaking sessions, since if only one player in the lobby has corrupted content, the session will not load. One way to check and see if you have corrupted chunks is to load up a custom game of Halo 2 and Halo 3. If everything looks okay and loads up properly, then congratulations, you don't have corrupted chunks. You should be able to join matchmaking. You may be suffering from corrupted chunks if you're missing maps and modes in custom game menus. Languages change unexpectedly when navigating in and out of menus. Game modes are duplicated in custom games. Unable to launch into matchmaking or custom games, this will look like a long loading screen and then will return to the main menu. If you're impacted by this issue, you should manually delete the MCC Insider build and then reinstall it again. Get the default full build and avoid changing any of the intelligent delivery options. Once completed, you should be able to resume matchmaking. Team is working on a fix. I don't think there's an update yet as to if that's been fixed. I didn't see anything right off the top of my head. If I'm wrong, listeners, let me know. And then also one other thing I'm going to put out there, because I didn't get any fucking response from my tweet. I'm upset about it. But when you and I were trying to play Halo 3 together, I think that there is an issue with having the insider build, or maybe the previous insider build, because I haven't tried it now, but with the previous insider build and also having regular MCC installed on my console. So what happened was, when Will and I were trying to play Halo 3 co-op campaign together via regular MCC, not the insider thing, every time we would try to join each other, it would never work. Never. We both tried restarting our games. We didn't try restarting our consoles, but that's besides the point, because what I did worked in the end. So then I thought that maybe it had to do with the insider build also being on my console, because my console had updated and the thumbnail image or the pin image for the insider build was different. Like it was complete, like it was like a default file image. So I completely uninstalled the insider build, relaunched MCC, worked fine. 100% first try. So I don't know if there's a direct relation with that, but based off the one test that I did, it worked perfectly after I uninstalled it. Just be aware, if you guys are having the same issue, take a look into that as well. But that actually does it for that news story. Next up, Halo Fan for Life 6th Annual LANstravaganza has been announced. This is Halo Fan for Life's 6th LAN, obviously, if you didn't get it from the title. You can sign up. There is a fee, but there's a lot included, including a free-for-all tournament across all the Halo games. So go ahead and give it a shot, and hope to hear from you if you went. And we'll also be covering those free-for-all tournaments as well. So that's pretty fucking cool. Next news story, the Halo 5 free-for-all tourneys, that's their Twitter, first tournament has been announced. So go ahead and register, compete, more money to be had, more prizes to be won, good stuff. And the final news story, something that broke today, as a matter of fact, Richard Sims, analyst, commentator extraordinaire, PUBG enthusiast, as a matter of fact, he's having a baby.
Oh,
so yeah, just wanted to include that as well.
On the way.
Yep. So yeah, just wanted to include that as well. Congratulations, Sims. Congratulations to your wife as well, obviously. And hopefully everything goes well. And we know the little one's going to be playing Halo too. So, well, Halo as well, but probably 2.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the number 2. But yeah, that's going to do it for the news stories. Will, what do we got for some scram-a-lim-a-lim-a-ding-dongs?
All right. So on Monday, July 2nd, Tox took on Team Reciprocity. 8-5 going to Tox. Renegades took on the Hitmen. 9-6 Renegades. Verticon versus Hitman as well. That was a 1-0 going to Hitman.
That's a short one.
We also had Oceanic Squad take on Lux Gaming, which was 3-0 to Lux Gaming.
Congratulations to Lux Gaming on that one. I'm very excited to see what happens to them in NOLA.
After they took 4th in that 1-2K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they definitely proven themselves 100%.
Yep, they just got to keep it coming.
Exactly. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in our NOLA pre-show happening later on within this episode.
Okay. What do we got for Wednesday, Josh?
Wednesday, July 4th, Independence Day, we had Anything's Possible going up against Straight Rippin', 3-2, going to Straight Rippin'. Then it was Tox going up against the Hitmen, but the Hitmen got hit down because it was 10-4 going to Tox. That was a stupid pun. I'm sorry, that was really bad. Then it was Verticon going up against the Oceanic Squad, 7-5 Verticon. Anything's Possible going up against Team Reciprocity, 10-2 Reciprocity. And last but not least, we had Tox going up against Renegades, 9-5 Tox.
All right, sorry. I just realized Verticon, isn't that the evil corporation from Austin Powers?
I have absolutely no idea.
I'm pretty sure it is, which makes that even more hilarious.
I'm glad that if it is, I'm glad you got that reference. If it's not, then, I mean, if it is, I'm sorry I didn't get the reference.
Good stuff. Anyway, we had one scrim take place on Thursday, July 5th, and it was Tox versus Reciprocity. Ended in a 6-6 tie.
Good stuff.
I like it.
Friday, July 6th, we had the Gosu crew going up against Anything's Possible, 7-5. Anything's Possible. Berserker Gaming going up against the Hitmen, 11-4 Hitmen. Straight Rippin' going up against Verticon, 10-2 Straight Rippin'. Splice versus Elevate. Splice versus Elevate. Splice in a scrim. Maybe they're disappointed in their 2K results. This is crazy.
Maybe.
7-5 Splice. Elevate giving them a run for their money there.
Yeah.
And then finally we had the Gosu crew going up against Fung 4. Well, they only got 4. 9-4 Gosu crew. Will, you got Saturday?
So on Saturday, July 7th, Reciprocity went up against the Renegades. 11-1 Reciprocity.
They were looking dominant.
We had Lux Gaming take on Berserker Gaming. I thought it was Berserker Esports.
Same difference?
Same difference, yeah. 9-3 Lux Gaming. Oh, and that's it for Saturday.
Sunday, July 8th, Tox went up against Elevate, 11-3 Tox. Will, take the last but not least Monday.
On Monday, Gosu Crew went up against Anything's Possible, 9-3 Gosu Crew. That's going to do it for scrims.
Good stuff. Not too many close ones either. That Splice Elevate one, though. That was pretty nice. And that 6-6 tie with the Tox and Reciprocity. Good to see.
Yeah. So the reason I was so absent during that, and Josh had to keep calling me back, is because I was looking up the Austin Powers reference.
What, is it the reference or not?
No, it's VirtueCon.
Oh.
Which, damn it. And
did you look up Verticon?
There's actually an esports organization called Verticon.
Well, shit. Okay. Well, it would have been much cooler if it was named after Austin Powers.
I agree.
Next up for some tournament recaps. Quickly, Microsoft Store Halo 5 free-for-all tournaments happened over the weekend. I don't have any results, but there's a ton of them. So go ahead and... the reason... Okay, I should probably preface why I don't have results, because I tried. The link that was in every single one of their tweets doesn't work. It kept redirecting over itself. So I was never able to actually get into the website. Maybe it was a Chrome issue. I didn't try another browser. That's on me. But... for all intents and purposes, I couldn't get the results. So I apologize. Hopefully the link may still work now, but there were a ton of them that took place. Go ahead and check them out if you're interested. That's that. The Focus Fire Weekly, the Focus Fire Weekly free-for-all tournament took place, obviously, last week, with another one taking place on Wednesday, every Wednesday. Go ahead and check it out. First place went to Scariotic. Congratulations to him. Then we had the July $500 Astro Spartans free-for-all tournament take place. Will, we haven't heard from this guy in a while. Tapping Buttons taking first place.
Very nice.
It is very nice.
Good to see him back in the mix.
Hell yeah. Hopefully we see him at NOLA. I'm hoping. That'd be sweet. I miss that EG roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a long time ago. And then they left Halo. Womp womp. Will... what do we got for some game battles?
All right. The LATAM 2K took place. First place went to Technology. They took home $350 and 2,000 pro points. Second place went to Berserker Gaming, $150, 1,200 pro points. Third, fourth was shared by Spectral Gaming and Glassy Sky. 800 pro points went to them. We had the Australia-New Zealand game battle take place as well. First place went to Given, $500, 2,000 pro points. Second place went to No One Wants Oddball, $250, 1,200 pro points. Third, fourth was Osprey Gaming and Reload Esports, 800 pro points to them. And fifth went to Mortal Gaming, which was 600 points.
That is how many teams played in this 2K.
5. Nice.
Yup.
All right. EU Game Battles 2K Tournament. First place went to, what the heck?
Live it up, Will. This might be the only opportunity you get.
They took home $750 and 2,000 pro points. Second place went to We Lost to Shabby. $250, 1,200 pro points. Third, fourth was Lucid Gaming and 92izer, my bad, 800 pro points. Fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth went to French Kids, Invalid Esports, Market Esports, and 13 Esports. 600 points to them. And the North America Game Battle Tournament. First place went to Team Reciprocity, taking home $1,500 and 2,000 pro points. Second place went to Tox, $500, 1,200 getting tongue twisted pro points. Third, fourth went to Elevate and Renegades, 800 pro points. Fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth went to Splice, Fung 4, Hitman, and 3 Old Men and a Moose.
Yes!
600 pro points, and to note, Splice finally had their full roster.
And still got 5th through 8th.
So, interesting things from Splice.
So, remember before we get into our MLG NOLA pre-show, Will, do you remember when we talked about this season coming up and with these ability changes that were going to be taking place, and you had inquired, do you think Splice are still going to be at the top of their game, or do you think another one of these teams are going to be able to step in? So, I personally thought that with how dominant Splice was at the World Finals, at the LANs previously, I was still thinking that there's just no stopping them. They're absolutely not, right? Mm-hmm. They don't go to best of 7s. They just finish it out, right?
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily changing my mind, but man, these 2K results aren't very, they're
not convincing.
No, not at all. They're actually concerning.
Yeah. I thought that hindering their movement, because what I noticed from Splice last season is that, yes, they were dominant with their shots, but it was because
they thrived on that movement.
They thrived on the movement, so if someone got in trouble, they would get out of trouble, they would get safe, and then someone else would clean up that kill.
True. Very true.
And now that they can't move as quick and use all those abilities, plus there's 2 new maps and there's Oddball back.
Right.
Which they haven't played in tournaments before. Very true. I think it's throwing them off their game a bit. Now, like we said, they haven't had Shotzi. Was it Shotzi?
Yes. Yep.
So this was his first 2K back with them. Yes, they did take 5th through 8th. However, it might take a little time for them to regain their cohesiveness as a squad.
Could be.
And they might come out firing at NOLA.
And based off their tweets, they're ready. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Team Reciprocity really stepping up.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I mean, they went from being a 3-4 team. Now, the last few 2Ks, I feel pretty confident that they would at least take second at NOLA.
And if you think about it, they really only made one change in their roster.
Right. They brought on Snipe Down.
Yep. That's it.
So
that's
Envy
the only change that they made.
Envy basically became the Reciprocity squad. Was it Booba Dooba that was with them?
Yes.
Dropped off, and Snipe Down was added to become Reciprocity.
Yep. And maybe that was the change that they needed. We know that Snipe Down and Ola have teamed in the past. Mm-hmm. And we know that there has to be chemistry there. Pistola teaming with Saiyan and Trippy over the last World season We know that there's chemistry there.
Yeah.
And maybe this was just the well-roundedness that they needed. And like we can only take these 2Ks at face value, right?
Right.
Yes, they have done really well. Tox was creeping back in there as well. They won one of them. Splice, I'm waiting to see them show up. And this is going to sound, I don't mean for this to sound like rude or anything like that, but Splice getting 5th through 8th, not appearing to be stepping up, right? Maybe it's just because they don't care. I mean, I don't want to think that.
Yeah.
But realistically, you have your guaranteed seat. Your team stuck together through Worlds to this season. Therefore, you have your guaranteed seat at NOLA.
Yep.
So maybe they just enjoyed their time off, got in scrims when they needed to, participated in the 2Ks. Shotzi wasn't there for a couple of them. Maybe he just had other things going on, so on and so forth. I'm not going to judge anyone. I just don't know.
Right.
So hopefully we'll be able to see their full potential that they've been giving us all last season during NOLA. We'll just have to wait and see.
I'm really interested. I'm going to pay really close attention to Splice and see what they're doing.
Yes. And then not only that, but Elevate and Renegades as well. They've been now that 3-4. They're what Envy and Reciprocity were during World Season.
Yeah.
3-4 all the time, right? Let's see if maybe one of them can bump themselves out of that and cause an upset maybe. They got phenomenal players on their squads, both respectively. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But it's nice to see that there's a lot more competition going on right now is what it seems like. Mm-hmm. Because it used to just be Splice. It used to just be Optic Gaming, now Tox, that were always at the top. There was no dethroning them, right? You knew what you were going to get when you saw them on stage.
Yeah.
Now it looks like we have a little bit more competition, which I love to see.
Yeah, there's uncertainty going into NOLA on who's going to take it home.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Should we talk a little bit more about NOLA?
All right. Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our MLG NOLA, which is New Orleans, pre-show. If you guys don't know, this coming weekend, the MLG Gears of War and Halo combined event takes place. Super excited for it. Winning team takes home 100 grand, I believe, on the Halo side of things.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but that sounds right.
I'm pretty sure. So, let's get right into it. Will, do you have the link up or no? I don't want to put you on the spot.
For casting talent?
Correct. He's bringing the link up right now, folks.
Yes. So your casting talent. Halo Esports tweeted, "We're happy to present the best-in-class broadcast talent that will be calling the action next weekend at HCS New Orleans by MLG. Be sure to tune in starting next Friday, July 13th at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern Time." Pulling up the picture to make it even bigger. So we have Dan Gaskin, Andy Bravo Dundusky, Mike Strongside Kavanaugh, Mark Onset Hatcher, Lottie Van Prague, Kyle Elamite Elam, Dave Walshy Walsh, Wes Clutch Price, Alex Golden Boy Mendez, and Harry Wonderboy Cannon.
Hell yeah. And then for the Observer team, we've got Wonderboy, Mr. Richie Hines, and Nighty Night.
Night night.
So that's awesome. That's what we got there. Next up, Will, we have the event itself.
Yeah.
So again, this is a Halo and Gears of War event. 2 games being played. And also, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. We're a Halo esports podcast, but if you have not watched professional Gears of War, you're in for a treat. It is incredible. Like, I'm not bad at Gears of War, but I'm also not anywhere near the things that they're able to do. With the amount of wall bouncing they're able to do, with the way they hit their shots, it's absolutely incredible. Definitely watch it as well. Have both streams up at the same time. Watch them. You won't be disappointed. I can guarantee you that. And also, Halo 343 should be taking note on how Gears does their weapon skins. We're going to talk about it later on when we get to our Halo Infinite wish lists. But oh my god, if you thought Halo weapon skins were cool, you have seen nothing yet. Gears of War has animated weapon skins. They're sick. Absolutely sick. Also, there's an MLG Lancer skin,
which you have.
which I do. It's $5. Gotta support it. And you get an emblem as well. It's actually really cool looking. It's not animated. Don't get your hopes too high. But it still looks very cool. Just throwing that out there. So, yeah, we'll include the link to the actual event information. You can go ahead and take a peek. I believe you can still get spectator passes. I don't believe they've been sold out yet. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Will.
Yeah.
There's a free-for-all happening.
Yeah, $5,000 on the line.
5 G's, baby. So go ahead and compete. Do it up. And yeah, you only need a spectator pass.
To be able to compete.
Exactly.
It's free.
Do it up. Well, a spectator pass isn't free.
Well, yeah, but it's free to play if you have a spectator pass and you're there.
So if you're already going to spectate, why not play a little Halo in the process? I mean, I imagine they're going to have stations set up if you just want to dick around and play Halo in general. But I mean, why not just compete in that free-for-all? You never know how bad you're going to do. You never know how good you're going to do either. You could be the next tapping buttons.
So get in there.
Get in there. Like swimwear. Then, last but not least, we have an Oddball and CTF Refuge NOLA update posted by Tashi, July 6th, 2018. And it's over on HaloWaypoint.com. And I quote, earlier this week released an update to the HCS settings within the Team Arena playlist in an effort to test and gather more data on 2 proposed settings changes. One being oddball score to win decreasing from 200 to 150, and the second being CTF time return reset time increasing from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. With the prior settings, we were seeing games taking far too long to complete, and a large percentage ending based on time rather than score. The changes listed above were made in an effort to address these 2 topics. We also released some data, charts and graphs, woohoo, in the article. You can read up the entire piece in the article that they provide. CTF Refuge. We knew the change from 12 to 15 seconds was a subtler change, and thus far we've seen the average game length has gone down by 1 minute. Charts below. We feel confident that this is a change in the right direction, and we'll be keeping a close eye on this one over the course of the season, and we'll look at more tweaks in the future if necessary. Oddball. Oh, official update. CTF time return reset time will now be 15 seconds. Okay? It's official. Oddball. Making a decision on Oddball was a bit more complex, and we received some feedback from pros citing that games are ending too soon now with 150 points to win. Here's what we discovered. They have a chart. As you can see, there's been dramatic improvement across the board with a 26% improvement to Fisher, a 31% improvement to Eden, and a 30% improvement to Echelon. This means that games are not dragging on nearly as much, and there are far fewer dead man walking scenarios where the losing team doesn't have enough time to make a comeback. Another important data point we looked at last week was average match length. Here's what the data looked like before we made the change. Again, they include a chart. You'll see that Oddball averaged between 9 and 11 minutes per game. Here's what it looks like currently. Another chart. You'll notice that Oddball game length has been reduced substantially, but it's still a little bit longer than all the other modes aside from CTF on Refuge, of course. The average game length is now between 8 and 9 minutes long. We'll continue to monitor this over the time to see if it trends in any direction. We also pulled more data to analyze Oddball before and after the changes. Here's another chart to show the distribution of games across each minute. How many games ended in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, how many in 4, and so on and so on. They provide a chart. As you can see, the majority of games ended with after the 10-minute mark in each of the 3 maps. Here's what the same chart looks like now. They include another chart. As expected, the majority of matches are now ending a few minutes sooner with a great deal fewer ending at the 12-minute mark. You might notice on both charts that Eden's distribution looks a bit different than Fisher and Echelon, with a greater number of matches ending 5 minutes or sooner. This is similar to what we see in the 200 score to win chart, except push out a little bit more. This is something we'll be keeping an eye on over time and at New Orleans. Official update. Oddball will remain at 150 score to win. I've definitely received feedback this week that some players would prefer the score to win to return back to 200. Just based on the data we've seen with 200 points to win, we feel strongly that the match length and number of games ending based on time versus score was far too high, which we believe will harm tournament and viewing experiences. However, it's something that we'll continue to monitor and keep an eye on. As the mid-season break in August might be another time where we could revisit some items and potentially make some more tweaks. as always, feel free to hit up Tashi on Twitter if you have any questions.
Okay, personally,
Yes.
I like the 200 score to win.
Okay.
I get why it's 150
Yes.
now because, yes, games often go the distance when it's 200.
Correct.
I like the 200 score limit because it gave more time to come back. Like I said, I'm not a champion player by any means, but the games that I did play, they were often one-sided to start out with, and then the other team would finally gain control, and then it'd be one-sided for a lot longer of a time, or about the same amount of time. And then it was kind of a struggle back and forth to get to that 200 point. A lot of the times I would be down 160 to 30 points and then finally get control and come back and be, 160, 170, and then it's back and forth to the end. I'm sure the pros do it a lot differently and a lot better than the teams I was playing on, but I kind of like that extra time to come back. I feel like games might end too soon and not feel like a team had any chance with this score. So I want to see how the pros play it.
Yes.
I'll wait for NOLA to roll around. But for viewing pleasure, I understand having a game that's rather 3 to 7 minutes long is a lot better than 12 minutes.
Yes. Especially with like replays and shit like
Yep,
that.
if there's, yeah. Well, I would hope there wouldn't be replays on Oddball.
Oh, no, I'm just saying like with CTF on Fathom?
CTF,
Was
yeah.
that it?
Yep.
Yeah, the one that replays happen consistently?
Yes.
It's boring.
It is. It does. You're like, again?
Yep.
Same thing. And then, yeah. So, I understand it for competitive play. For me playing, I'd like the score to go back to 200.
Yes. I agree.
That's what I have for that.
And I'm down to give, because we want both teams to have a shot to come back if they're down, So giving them that further opportunity to do so, but like you said, it could just increase game time, which we don't really want in this scenario. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
I think that's another thing that Halo 343 needs to keep in mind is there is a pro scene and there's a casual scene.
100%.
And they need to separate it a little bit rather than it being all mushed together.
Speaking of 343 listening, paying attention to two different sides of the story here, should we get into our Halo Infinite wish list?
Well, hang on.
Oh, whoa. What do we got?
We still have some NOLA pre-show to go here, Josh, because we didn't talk about how we thought the teams were going to do.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I was too focused on getting this wish list. All right,
I kind of led you into the wish list a little there.
A little bit. That's what I thought you were doing. I thought you were segueing.
But
it was pretty good. I know it wasn't intended, but it was still pretty good.
I realized what I did after I did it, and I'm like, oh, man, that worked. But we have some other stuff to cover. So how do you think the placings are going to lay out here?
So are we going to do
just give me your top 4. Let's just do top 4.
Top 4? Okay. Yeah, we didn't even do roster recap.
For all the teams.
Screwed up. My bad. So, top 4. I'm going to say, and again, I'm only basing this off of 2K results. Okay? I'm only basing this off 2K results. Reciprocity 1, Tox 2. I think Splice will show up and they'll take 3rd. And then Renegades 4th. That's mine.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm going to disagree with you for once. Just
I know you're going to put Splice ahead of mine.
For the sake of disagreeing.
Yep.
I'm going to say Tox number 1.
Wow.
Splice number 2.
No wow.
Reciprocity 3, and I'll agree with your
Renegades
4.
Fuck, really?
That's what I'm going with.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I see Splice, so with the ranking, Splice and Reciprocity are going against each other early. If Splice really is just taking it easy and they're coming in hot to New Orleans,
you think they bump Reciprocity to the losers bracket?
They might bump Reciprocity to the losers bracket. And then it'll be a Tox Splice champ bracket. Reciprocity comes back.
Who wins with Splice Tox then?
If it's the final 2?
Yep.
I think Tox takes 1. Because I want to see Tox beat Splice.
So you think Tox is going to win? So let's say, it's Reciprocity Splice early on, You're saying Splice beats Reciprocity, drops Reciprocity to losers bracket. They make a losers bracket run.
Yep.
And then in the winners bracket, getting near the end, we have Tox Splice, and you think Tox beats Splice to send Splice to the losers.
Yeah.
And then you think they beat Reciprocity again to take second.
Yes, and then Splice doesn't come back from 2 best of 7s after how they've been performing.
Oh my god. Woo! I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too, but
I really hope you're wrong. I think, man,
because I'm a Pistola fan. He's Reciprocity. I want him to win.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pistola, he recently tweeted, I believe it was today, that he might start streaming.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So if you're a Pistola fan as well, check it out.
It'd be sick.
I agree.
Sick. One of the most genuine human beings on this planet. Most humble, incredibly kind. Seeing him stream would be awesome. Maybe he could just bring more positivity to the fucking Halo scene.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of seeing toxicity with just in other people's streams. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I hate this. Why aren't you playing this? Halo 4's trash, blah, blah, blah. It's like, why can't we just like what we like? Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
people love to hate. It's the internet. I hate that excuse, but whatever. But yeah,
no,
I just love Halo.
I do think Tox and Splice 1-2. I may be wrong on the placing even. I think Splice could even come back and beat it if they're on point. If they're on point.
I think Reciprocity wins it.
All right.
I do. I think Reciprocity wins. I think Splice haven't done enough to prove that they're going to show up. Tox and Reciprocity have constantly been there. Okay? Renegades and Elevate have constantly been trying to push in there.
Yep.
And then Splice have always just been like, we're here. Hey guys, hey, we're over here. Hey.
This season, but you have to give them some credit for last season.
Oh, they killed it. They absolutely killed it. There's no doubt in my mind.
You just don't think they have enough momentum right now going into NOLA?
Nope. I don't. I think, now I don't know their scrim schedule. I don't know if they keep doing their 2v2 thing because they've only scrimmed fucking once.
Yeah.
But the fact that the other teams have been on all day, almost every day, grinding it out, that makes me believe that they want it more.
And what I'm liking from this season is we're seeing more scrims than we did last season, I believe.
Yep.
So that means teams really do want to put in the time, which is great to see.
Even if they don't like Halo 5, we're still seeing these scrims every single day. It's great to see. They have that drive, they have that passion, they want that win. So I'm gonna give the win. Like, I'm gonna put my money, my metaphorical money, on the people who've been doing it the hardest, who've been going the hardest at it. And to me, Splice is not that team. Do they have the skill? Of course they do. They're your world champs. They wouldn't not have the skill.
Right.
Like, they very well may show up. I don't think they will.
Okay.
I mean, I think they will to get third, but I don't think they have it to get first. Not this time.
Okay.
And maybe, like, let's say they don't get first, right? Let's say they don't win. Let's say they get third, or worse, they get worse than that.
Sure.
Maybe that's the kick in the ass they need.
Yeah. We actually got to do some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we can't just relax on the beach or some shit. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, hopefully they wake up.
All right. So you have Reciprocity, Tox,
Splice, and Renegades.
Yep. I have Tox, Splice, Reciprocity, Renegades.
That's correct. That's a definitely different top four.
We'll see what happens.
Fourth. Yeah, we will. Is there anything else you want to talk about with MLG NOLA?
Nah.
You good?
I'm good.
All right. I'm excited for this weekend, though.
Me too.
I was supposed to have the on-call phone for my work, which means that anybody can call me at any given time if they have an emergency situation. But a great coworker of mine was willing to take it over that weekend, so I fully have it free. We have a wedding to go to anyway.
Yeah, but
our focus is going to be on NOLA, obviously.
Fortunately, my phone might be out a little too much at this.
You know what I told Natana that too on the way back from Mankato.
Yeah.
I told her, I'm like, I'm just giving you a heads up that I might not 100% be there for that wedding. And she's like, oh, it's okay. I have Billy and Vicky to hang out and dance with. And I'm like, no, you don't realize Billy might not be there 100% either. And she's like, oh, I still have Vicky to hang out and dance with.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. But the plan is to have the stream up as much as possible because while the big day is Championship Sunday, there's still a lot of good matches that take place on that Saturday. There can be huge upsets that happen on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and see.
All right. Is that it for NOLA?
I think it's it for NOLA.
Okay.
But you know what it's not it for?
What's that?
Our Halo Infinite wish list. We reached out to everybody on Twitter, Facebook, so on and so forth. Only 2 people... Wait, was it 2? Yeah, 2 people followed my instructions within the tweet. I said send us an email. Apparently people don't know what email is. You guys responded to the tweet on Twitter, which is fine. I'm just giving you shit. I don't care.
Who uses email anymore?
Right? Oh my god, it's crazy. No, so I compiled up until yesterday. So up until Sunday night, I compiled all of the answers that we got to our tweet, that we got in our email, and we're going to read through all of them. So hopefully we don't miss anybody, but I want to get all the information out there, see what a lot of our community members are looking to want within Halo Infinite. Sound good? Good. First and foremost, we have Lexi at LexiZen on Twitter. And he states, 343 having the confidence to tell the story they want to tell. If they can give it the narrative and character flair of Halo 4 while retaining the set piece moments they want to draw from the original trilogy, it'll easily be the best Halo game. Then we have The Only Neeb at The Only Neeb on Twitter. I haven't actually played Halo 5 yet, but I think it's very important that they are confident in their story. Sometimes I feel like companies can have a very hard time with taking control and doing what they want. The Last Jedi isn't my favorite, but it's clearly the movie they wanted to make. In reference to Star Wars, obviously. Then we had Halo Infinite News at HaloInfinite.org on Twitter state, go back to basics. A game without sprint, abilities, aim down sights, and advanced movement. BR starts in competitive. A good selection of small maps, a couple remakes too. A ranking system that works. Strong support for esports including big prizes and frequent events. Then we have Mark Caddy Musician at MLG Mark on Twitter. Would love an open world story. Would love military ranks with an experience-based progression system. Also a 1 to 50 true skill ranking system. Plus a Halo Reach credit system to buy armor. Also have unlockable armor that doesn't look like a potato. I can understand that. Then we have Sander, which is at Sander_VS on Twitter. New and good multiplayer maps until the next Halo game after Infinite. Playable on PC. Both classic and advanced multiplayer game modes, plus maps designed for both types. Then we have Straight Nirvana, at Straight Nirvana on Twitter. Halo 3 clone, but with Firefight, updated Forge, and PvP AI practice bots, like Gears of War and Call of Duty have. Would also be nice if those well-liked and unintrusive rec packs went away for an actual progression system. Abe at GTY_R4WK_1. No sprint, no hit markers, more than 9 maps in competitive. Short, sweet, to the point. Christian at StadlerChris17. Hope I pronounced that correctly. I apologize if I didn't. No Spartan abilities at all. Classic art style and music, Halo 1-esque campaign, different viewpoints in the story, a la Arbiter Sergeant Johnson pre-death, random Marine or Spartan 4. That's about it, to be honest. Just make it like Bungie used to and it'll be amazing. Have you played Reach? I'm just kidding. Then we have a long one from Jonathan Daddy Tracks at JPSKOCZALEK on Twitter. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'm going to fuck it up. I'd really like... So this is all Spartan Company based. Okay, just a heads up. But I like what he's got. I'd really like to see the Spartan Company feature expanded. Here's some ideas. Number 1. Matchmaking within the Spartan Company hub. Ranks can be given for a 4v4 Spartan Company playlist and an 8v8 playlist. Each Spartan member in the company shares the same rank as everyone else in the Spartan Company. I'm going for the Halo 2 clan system here for reference. I like it. Number 2. This might be a little hard to follow, but if I manage to explain it correctly, I think you'll see the tremendous value this could bring to Halo multiplayer. For reference, he includes an NHL 16 EASCHL playoffs video that we'll include in the show notes. You can go ahead and check that out. Create online tournaments during the last weekend of every month where Spartan companies of similar rank and skill can be put into a single elimination tournament. The tournament has the appearance of a 16-team bracket. In reality, you're actually being paired against any other team that's still alive in their own playoff bracket. This allows you to play in one of your playoff games on Friday night and maybe 2 or more games on Saturday, and then the finals on Sunday without having to work about the schedules of any other Spartan company. You compete to win 4 times consecutively. If you win the tourney, you earn a trophy, maybe an emblem, in-game currency, etc. Every month there will be a tourney, so if you lose one month, you can practice and try again the next month. What could be really cool is streaming this online so your Spartan company could draft its best community players for the tournament, and it could be live streamed for the rest of your Spartan company to watch. Number 3. A designated area in the Halo Infinite UI where a Spartan company's admins can upload community-made art, game types, game nights for your community. I think these 3 things could really make Spartan companies some things that draw players to Halo instead of just being a second friend list and a way to get a set of armor like it is in Halo 5. I really like that. A lot of in-depth on one specific topic.
Yeah, and I like, I play a lot of NHL.
Yes, you do. Yep.
I had an EASCHL team, which stands for EA Sports Championship Hockey League.
Will, I am so glad you're on this fucking show. Please explain. Please explain.
I never had a full team to play, but basically you would start, if you wanted to enter a tournament, you would just enter in your team. And like he said,
are these teams of real players?
Yes, real players.
Very nice. Okay, cool.
So, like he said, it looks like, what do you say, a 16-team bracket?
Yes.
So it's not actual, like, full, how do I explain this? So when you start, you won't see all the players in the bracket.
Okay.
And it's because it's basically matchmaking. Your team will search for someone to play against, and they will find someone who is also on their first game of their bracket.
So you're always constantly matched with somebody
close to your skill level, right, also in the same area of the bracket you are. So you can play your first, second, third round brackets as long as you keep winning. And you'll keep being matched up against people on those same bracket levels who have also progressed that far.
That's really cool, actually.
So if you have 100-something teams that want to play, everyone plays. And the winner, if you keep progressing down the brackets, if you get to that number 1 spot, then you win the prize. So really, the more people that are playing, the more people that are going to win, the more rewards that are dealt out. So it's kind of cool. It's a way for the community to be more involved in these tournaments.
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
Destiny Trials of Osiris.
Sure.
Where you would be
just like that. Yep.
Yeah, you'd be matched up with, if you have 4 wins on your card, you'd be matched up with another team that has 4 wins on their card.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool. It's a really good idea.
Yeah, I really like that for Halo.
Awesome. So in other words, good job, Daddy Tracks. Loving the ideas. Next up, we have Trent Lockhart at tlock_24 on Twitter. Another long one, so strap in. Biggest theme for this list is keep a carrot on the end of the stick to keep the player base coming back. I draw a lot of inspiration from Destiny. Keep giving us things to grind for to make us feel accomplished. Here are his musts. Master Chief Focus Campaign. Duh. I'm reading that verbatim. Companies need to make money. I get that. So if 343 is going to have microtransactions, then all microtransactions items should be earnable in-game, except a few items. See microtransactions section below, which we'll get to. That way, if people bitch about paying for loot, 343 can say, go earn it. Hit scan shooting mechanics. No more bullshit Halo 3 projectile shooting mechanics. I love how he swears in this too. It's fucking great. General. Sprint and clamber. Do away with the other Spartan abilities. If no sprint, then up the movement speed. I like how he gives the option.
Yep.
Nice. If no clamber, then up the jump height. It's the first time we heard that one.
Oh, that's a good...
There we go. First time hearing that. Halo Reach type of customization for armor. Earnable in-game, not through random rec packs. Able to preview your whole armor set before confirming. So annoying in Halo 5. I can totally agree with that. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly challenges for PvP and PvE. That'd be dope.
So that's kind of getting like your Triumph book on Destiny a little bit.
Not only that, but Halo Reach had daily and weekly challenges.
Oh.
Yep.
Keep people coming back.
Exactly. Forge on launch. Proper firefight on launch. More military-looking armor and helmets, both Spartans and Marines. And seasonal events like in Destiny. Specific playlists that net more personal and or clan XP, exclusive armor, etc. Just something to keep the player base engaged and keep playing. Clans. So he doesn't specifically state this, but I'm going to say like Spartan companies, right? Mm-hmm. Same difference. Based off of the previous.
Sure.
Yeah. Clan exclusive armor based on total XP rather than the commendations in game odes that your clan barely plays. Oh, clan exclusive armor based on total clan XP rather than commendations in game modes that your clan barely plays. Okay. Example. Drunken Halo is easily 80% arena clan. We barely played Warzone Firefight, so we struggle to complete the Warzone Firefight commendations. Just let us play how we want to. I agree 100%. Ranks within the clan. The more you play and personal commendations completed, the higher your rank within the clan. These ranks carry no extra perks within the clan, just bragging rights. Clan, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly challenges to earn clan XP and seasonal clan war events. Earn extra clan XP and or exclusive armor. Story. Would love to see the campaign be focused on fighting Atriox and the Banished. From Halo Wars 2 for people who do not know. Set of armor exclusive to beating the campaign on solo legendary. This gives people a goal to strive for. Daily or weekly challenges to replay a certain story mission with random amounts of skulls on for more personal or clan XP. Daily missions for a one-time bonus of XP, weekly mission for a weekly increase in XP granted. Think of the Nightfall missions in Destiny. If we beat the weekly story mission, it could give us an extra XP bonus for any activity we do for the rest of the week. I love these Destiny comparisons that he's making. Yes, there are a lot of them, but in Destiny 1 specifically, a lot of this worked very well for that type of game.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know if Halo Infinite is going to be that type of game, a shared world shooter, but if it is that type of game, I can see these types of things working if done correctly. That wasn't him saying this, is me saying this. Mm-hmm. Multiplayer. 10 plus original multiplayer maps at launch. No more reskins like Truth. Praise it. Fucking praise it. Reskins are fine as well, just want brand new created maps, 100%. I'm so sick of this. Specific maps designed for all HCS game types. Add Forge maps later on. Hell, make it a contest for the Forge community. Accept one new Forge map every HCS season or something like that.
Just like they did with the last one.
Right, it'd be really cool. Bring back Oddball, King of the Hill, etc. I'm still surprised King of the Hill isn't included. I get Strongholds as a thing. I've said it multiple times before. I'm just surprised King of the Hill is not in Halo 5. It is in Forge, just not a standard game type. Rotating playlists to keep the playlist feeling fresh. Constant release of map packs every 3 to 6 months. I'm okay with paying for these map packs as long as they just keep coming. I'm going to get to that point very soon. Proper BTB maps made by 343 Industries can include community-created maps later on in Infinite's life cycle. And last but not least, we have microtransactions. We know every company needs to make money, so give us purchasable rec bundles for HCS. I wouldn't bat an eye if a bundle cost $10 like it does now, but if I knew $5 of that went straight for the org and players, hell yeah, I'd support that. Fuck, I still do. Mm-hmm. Also, when a new org joins the HCS like Tox, crank out that weapon skin ASAP. I understand it's a business. Capitalize on the hype surrounding that org. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like, what? The fact that Tox still doesn't have skins, I get that Halo 5 is at the end of its life cycle, but come the fuck on. Finally, also create other bundles. Make some crazy weapon skins, but also make them redeemable by playing in-game. Nothing seems greedy like putting an awesome-looking skin behind a paywall, and that's the only way you get it. You catch more flies with honey than vinegar. That's a really good analogy.
Damn.
Oh God, that's some good shit right there. Okay, before we move on to the next person, the thing I wanted to hit on here was the purchasable map packs. So, I am a huge proponent of purchasable map packs if the maps are brand new. Just like the point that he hit. If they are brand new maps, not reskins or any shit like that, I will gladly pay for them. Think about it this way. Call of Duty is the biggest video game release every single year. Yes, it's not as big as it used to be, but the fact that still millions of people purchase that game every single year, and guess what? Those map packs are never free.
They never have been.
Nope. And guess who keeps buying them? The millions of people who keep buying Call of Duty every year. So I don't want to hear that paid map packs don't work. Because guess what? They do, or else they'd stop making them. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Will?
I wouldn't, because Halo has come out with quote unquote free maps.
Sure, but they're just reskins.
Sure.
They're not new. We had one or two actual new maps within there. And even then, like, I thought that Overgrowth was a brand new map. It's not.
It's a reskin.
It's a reskin. So if they are brand fucking new, I'll gladly pay. If they're reskins, get the fuck away from me.
I won't gladly pay. But
You'll pay? Okay. That's fine too.
Yeah.
They know they have your money, Will. Not gladly, but they have it. No, but those were really, really good points to hit on as well. I like those. Last but not least, we had Justin LeFlesh at LeFlesh31 on Twitter. He sent us some screenshots of Twitter DMs. So we'll quickly get into these as well. My dream Halo Infinite. Gameplay. Halo 3 gameplay, but keep sprint. But Halo 5 sprint. Shield only recharges when you slow down. Aim down sights is gone. Only zoom on zoomed weapons. Pistol back to a reach style pistol. Still useful but not overpowering primary weapons. Spartan abilities gone. No more thrust or Spartan charge. Clamber I'm indifferent about, as long as the maps are built with it in mind. Hybrid art style and fully customizable Spartans. I'm talking reach level of customization. Campaign. Takes place 10 years after Halo 5. The Infinity is your home base. From there you can go to the Pelican Bay, ODST Drop Pod Bay to go down to Halo. Open world Halo. Play as your own customizable Spartan. Have different sections of Halo you can deploy to. Examples being snow areas, mountain ranges, canyons, and so forth. In those areas, find things that cue you into the campaign. Example, blow up a warthog that may have been overtaken by vines, brings you to a flashback segment with Roland or Halsey or Captain Lasky telling you the story of how the Master Chief saved us all. Then you play as Master Chief through that mission. ODST style campaign, so still kind of linear in that regard. So you haven't, I'm back to us talking for a second. You haven't played Halo 3 ODST yet.
Nope.
When you get to that, I'm not spoiling anything here, but when you get to that, you will find out that the type of storytelling within that game is that you will go find different set pieces, like different items of interest, whether it be a helmet, whether it be a sniper rifle, whether it be something else throughout the map. And when you interact with that object, you flash back to that person through that, to that member of the ODST squad.
Okay.
And you play that mission as that person.
Okay.
And then when it's over, you realize what significance that item had at that specific place on the map. And then it all intertwines at the very end. Okay. So that's how the campaign will go. You're a new Spartan learning how the Chief saved everyone through discovering things left on the Halo that you're now stationed at. The open world. Wander around. Play chicken with rhinos on mongooses. Slaughter enemies that try and gain ground on the Halo ring you're stationed to protect. Call in a pelican when you want a warthog or mongoose. Have other players in said open world so you can squad up and defend things. Every now and then have events, like Outbreak, Flood Unleashed. Try and contain the outbreak. Could last a whole month and have the community have to take back sections of Halo each week. Fight proto-grave mines as bosses. Banished invade. Fight the banished. You get the point. Destiny-esque. Earn credits for doing tasks and missions. Go back to Infinity and head down to the Spartan Armor Bay to go buy new armor for your Spartan. Only make armor available as you level up to keep a sense of grinding. Not into the open world thing. No problem. Oh, not into the open world thing? No problem. Head down to the War Games room to test your skills in PvP combat. Classic Halo gameplay, ranked and social playlists. So you keep that competitive community thriving. It's how I can see multiplayer being released later, for example. Like Crucible wasn't available right away in Destiny. Good point. You maintain the core multiplayer PvP, yet give us campaign nerds and terrible PvP players something to keep coming to. 343, if you like this idea, it's free. Here you go. My only request is model a Marine after me. Have me voice him. And he's trying to feed/ride one of those rhinos. Little Easter egg. Either way, I love Halo and can't wait to see the future. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That is, I believe, everybody's responses from what we posted.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, thank you everybody who chimed in on what you guys wanted for your Halo Infinite wish list.
It's great to see all the different perspectives.
It is. And not only that, but I compiled everything. So I'm going to quickly run through this. This is a generalization. This is not what everybody said. This is a generalization of what most of the points were throughout all these posts. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
For the story. Letting 343 tell the story they want to tell. More than likely be open world. Now here's where it differs. Play as your own customized Spartan, play as the Master Chief, and or different viewpoints, a la Sergeant Johnson before he died, so on and so forth. Okay? For the gameplay, the basis pretty much was no Spartan abilities, either whatsoever, or keeping sprint and clamber. And if not keeping sprint and clamber, increase movement speed, increase jump height.
And like you said with clamber before, I just want it to work every time. Sometimes you can try to jump up on something and it just doesn't.
The geometry sucks.
Yeah, that's been my issue with clamber.
Maybe that's just a Halo 5 issue as well.
Sure.
Because this is the first time it was introduced.
Yep.
And you know what, to be honest with you, I think in Destiny 2 it doesn't work nearly as often as it does in Halo 5.
Destiny 2 has some faults as well with it.
It does. And then hit scan shooting mechanics is the only one that I saw about that, but I think it's a really smart idea.
You said no ADS as well?
Yeah, no ADS, so no aim down sights.
Unless it's a scoped weapon.
Yes, so unless it's already there, as it should be, then no. And then bring back Firefight. I think, yeah, I would definitely want to see Firefight. I was surprised that we had to wait so long for a Warzone variant of Firefight to come into Halo 5 and not just a strictly Firefight-based mode.
Sure.
For multiplayer, pretty easy. More maps, like new ones.
New maps, yeah.
More modes, a better ranking system that actually works, separate fully ranked and fully social playlists, and a larger esports influence. All makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have features. Unlockable armor via credits a la Reach. In other words, no more rec packs. Or if you do, make all the armor available in-game.
Yep.
More armor customization options in general, which is very smart. Spartan Company expansion with actual features, clan-specific features including armor, ranks, etc. Bring challenges back, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Seasonal events a la Destiny. And better weapon skin variation a la Gears of War. That's what I got for everybody there.
Okay.
I think it's a pretty well-rounded list, to be honest.
Agree.
It feels like... I mean, I know I shit on it all the time, but... I'm talking like mainly multiplayer here, but it feels like Reach. We want the customization back. We want the challenges back. We want the diversity in maps back. I think the ranking system was pretty okay in Reach as well. They had an XP progression system, and I think they had to rank as well. It just feels like it worked.
So here's where I'm stuck at. For me,
sure.
It sounds like 343 doing Destiny with all these things, on armor, open world.
See,
so then I'd be split. Do I grind my Destiny for hours that I already have hours into, or do I start a new Halo game grinding it out?
This is why I don't think that Halo Infinite will be a shared world shooter. I
think they have to stick with the linear story.
I think they do too. And I get people don't like 4. I get people don't like 5. I get people don't like other games within the Halo franchise story-wise. But if a company is going to do a great first-person shooter story, it's going to be 343 with Halo, right? And like I think that it will be, sure, it might be open world. I don't think it's going to be shared world. I don't think it'll be like Destiny. I think it may be open world and you have a ton of options to do, but
GTA style then maybe?
Could be.
Where it's not.
Yeah, very well could be. But at the same time, I might double back on myself because the game is called Halo Infinite, right? Maybe they would want to break into this shared world space, seeing how Destiny has done in the past. Maybe they have an idea in mind on how to continually provide content year in, year out, concerning the name of your fucking game is Halo Infinite.
Yep, and that's been the issue with Destiny, is that the story hasn't been there. The game is good, besides the fact that they keep fudging up the story.
Right.
So
I don't know what to think.
I don't either. I don't know what to think at this point. I'm just kind of in the mode where I'm going to wait and see what they give me, and if I like it, I like it.
Yep, and I'm going to play it no matter what. Everybody already knows that. Like, I can't say, oh, if it sucks, I'm not going to play the game. No, because I'm biased as hell. We run a podcast, for crying out loud. Of course I'm going to play it regardless if it sucks.
It's Halo.
It is. I have the phone games, for crying out loud. I'm going to play it regardless if it's bad. Will.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to discuss about Halo Infinite before we move on?
I can agree with most of those points.
Yeah, I think they're here's the thing I want to say. Thanks again, everybody, for putting in your suggestions and everything. And also, thank you for being, not detrimental towards it either.
Everyone was civil.
Yes, it was very nice to see, oh, I want this. Oh, I think this would be cool, so on and so forth. Not like, oh, Halo has shit the bed so many times, it's never going to be good. You know, we didn't see any of that. And it's really great to see. Exactly. It's really great to see. So that's what I wanted to leave at.
Thank you, guys.
Exactly.
All right, that's going to do it for me. Any other thoughts, statements you want to put into the Halo Infinite pool here?
No, the only other thing is I really do, it's such a small thing, but I really do want more varied weapon skins. It could be a very easy thing to grind for, and the way Gears of War does it, they're seriously some of the coolest things I've ever seen. They have so many different variations of them too. Some are on fire. Some have digital things going across them.
Sure, yeah.
Some are glowing. It's awesome. So I really want to see something like that as well. It may detract from the whole army aesthetic and whatnot, but I don't care. I want something cool. But no, that's all I got as well. Will?
Yeah.
Time for some shout outs. So, just one quick one, because it was a lot of notes to take down, so I apologize. But seriously, a huge shout out to everybody on our Twitter for following us. We have officially reached over 200 followers on Twitter. Pretty fucking cool.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
It is. Thank you,
all of you guys.
It is awesome. Next up for community creations, we have just one. Because again, I got lazy and I really apologize for it. But we're going to have a cool one next week. Because there's going to be a Halo 1 montage coming out for Ogre 2. If I'm not mistaken. Which we will definitely be pimping out in the show. The GOAT. Can't wait. But no, Meme Monday, as always, over on Reddit. Reddit.com/r/Halo. There's this meme that's been going around. The car salesman slaps the car or whatever and says, this baby can fit however much, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's taken the internet by goddamn storm, and Halo, the people over on Reddit, they've taken it as well, and they've made some classics. So go ahead and take a look at those. Will, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can you plug the show, please?
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and others. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. You can join our Xbox Club. Search for HCS Pro Talk there as well.
And again, we will have a community play date again after NOLA when everything calms down a little bit more. So stay tuned for an official announcement on that later.
You can join our Spartan company if you haven't got that armor yet. We haven't either.
Which we probably won't ever.
Yeah, I can agree. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Search for HCS Pro Talk on those sites. We're there. Come check us out.
We're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Is that all you got?
That's going to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to do it for episode 28 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening. We'll be back next week with what is undoubtedly going to be one of our most anticipated shows, just like us personally, because we get to talk about the NOLA results.
Because I finally disagreed with Josh.
You did. You did finally disagree with me. You did indeed. Guys, quickly, before we wrap things up officially, let us know what you want to discuss, what you would like us to discuss along with you guys on upcoming episodes. If you want us to take other polls, I really like this Halo Infinite wish list. I thought this was really cool to get a lot of community feedback on what you guys were looking for. So let us know what you guys want to talk about in the weeks ahead, because there's going to be some downtime between these tournaments. So be good to hear from you. But that's going to do it for us. We'll see you next week. But until then, I love you. And, yeah. Bye-bye!